A look at C's tape here. This is also during rehearsal. And this is his first time dancing the role, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's great to see someone else, I think, in the role.
It's
Yeah.
like a complete, it's like fresh eyes
Yeah.
looking at it.
Just from a whole new perspective.
Yeah. What about this move? Do you like it? Or
That
is
move is hard, actually.
It's hard?
Yes.
What makes it hard?
It's actually really hard.
Because
Yeah.
you have to travel a lot farther than your body wants to go.
Okay.
Look at James in the background. He was so smiley this whole time. I was upstairs, and I peeked in, and I just was like, look at James, center, all smiley. That's so cute.
And
So-
I think it's a really great opportunity for C
Yeah.
to use ballet.
What are some of the stylistic things that he brings to it? Because he has his own style that's different from...
Yeah, C definitely has his
Yeah.
own way of moving.
Can you kind of
And it
describe...
works for Mopey.
That's a nasty step.
It really-
That hurts the
Yeah. that
Which is a
hurts.
nasty step? The...
No.
Where both arms and the head go back. It's like supposed to be like suction towards the audience.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like you're being suctioned towards the audience?
And that also, we'll talk about this butt bounce again.
Yeah.
We have to keep our hands like glued together, like in the back of our like wings, you know, and like they don't want to stay together for me. They always want to open up. And it's like you have to get just to center. So it might not, like we're all focusing on trying to get all the way back to center.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get too far away and it's,
And you can't get back
no,
to center?
yeah.
Got it.
These kicks right here is sort of like, I think of like defiance. They're like
Yeah.
defying like kind of an authority figure or something.
And then this part here where he's scratching under the arms.
We're not supposed to make that funny.
Uh-huh.
I have been given that correction. And I never ever thought it was funny to begin with,
Yeah.
but apparently it's not supposed to be funny. I have to work on that. But yeah, it's just like exploring your body. It's about a teenage boy in his
Yeah.
room alone. So it's about body exploration as well. It's not
Okay.
only just, you know, bad like cutting yourself. It's
Right.
also just discovering things about your body.
I got a different story.
Yeah.
I think of some guy that's like schizophrenic and he's got two personalities.
Okay.
And one of them sort of he really likes to indulge in, but he knows it's not socially acceptable.
Yeah.
And so it's just like a constant battle between these two different sort of people. You know, also like a struggle between good and evil and what's right and what's wrong.
Cool. And the one that's wrong is the personality that comes out in the beginning with the hoodie.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay.
Or I think it's kind of also a lot of the whole thing is like the wrong one coming through and trying to fight not being that person. 'Cause I don't think we're necessarily ever like
Yeah.
doing the right thing,
Okay.
socially acceptable
Yeah.
thing in the piece.
Yeah, it's just like a look into like a struggle that someone is going through.
Yeah.
So I feel like
It's also a little ADD. Like here, I think like on the kicks you're being defiant, but then when that happens, you kind of just lost your train of thought and you start doing this kind of like a dog with his motor, and
Yeah.
then the foot starts going, and so it's not really.
So that scratching under the underarms, I feel like I've seen that attitude when I used to be a high school teacher. But it seems to me when you do it, then it's kind of noble
Oh really?
in a way. Yeah. So it's really different. And something about the chest, it's really funny. And I like both. I like both interpretations. But that whole, I've seen that look on a kid, even though they weren't scratching their underarms, but they were looking at me like, yeah, right, I'm not going to do that assignment. You're asking me to. Okay, the next one that we have is James. This one's actually a production shot, so we're on stage. And there's that cutting action again, right?
But different.
Different?
Hmm.
How do you think of it as different? Like, do you tell yourself not as...
I mean, the movement is similar but different, and it's not a literal cut.
Yeah,
It's just kind of a swipe.
got it.
Those are my favorite part of the whole ballet. The
It's
arm
so
bust.
lyrical.
Yeah, that what James just did
Yeah.
is a needle in your arm.
It's like
Those are
kind of
needles.
drug reference.
Oh,
It's-
got it. So the reference to drugging.
This one
Yeah.
was drugs.
Drugs.
Needles.
And then the Boris Karloff thing, when you go back, that's how you're reacting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's like going through you.
Okay. Do you all feel that way about it, or is that... So, James, you're making a funny face now.
No, I mean, I think there's different ways to interpret every step. That's a pretty good one. I like thought about the next part as feeling the effects of it.
Okay.
That's pretty sweet.
I had to search deep. I got a lot. I got a lot.
You got a lot of character
I got a
in there.
lot.
Okay. Let's take a look again. There we go.